So it is usually on sixth realm of Akasha. Okay. So on sixth realm of Akasha, all information is stored about every soul, and through there is a procedure that we say some prayer, and then we can travel to that sixth realm, and then we can go and find out the records related to that particular soul. Like before going to Kedarnath, I opened my records. So I had virtually visited the place before, so I could guide my friends that on left side this temple will be there, on right side this temple will be there. So through Akashic Records, I had already visited Kedarnath. So this is one experience. And second experience is whenever I do recordings for my clients, I do visit their places, like their houses, and then I tell them that this furniture is of this color. Have you kept this thing over there? So these are so through Markaba, I traveled. I went to a place. It was very nice place. I could feel the atmosphere over there, and I was in one of the pyramids, White Pyramid. And in White Pyramid, when I entered, I saw my mother. Okay, my mother was waiting there for me, and she said, "Ki, finally you are here, and I wanted to meet you." And I said, "Ki, yes, I have come in search of my soulmate." So many souls I met over there. I had interaction there, and then there was one person, and the way I like to be treated by that person, he was kneeling down and he was looking at me, and he just gave me the hand and said that, "Oh fine, you are finally here, I was waiting for you so long." So I was so happy, as if I was with my soulmate. I could still feel him. And like to tell the audience that instead of keeping faith on any person, try to keep faith on universe and yourself. If I keep
Hi, this is Akanksshaa. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. If you resonate with me, please like, comment, and share. Welcome to Multidimensional Soul Podcast and a Talk Show. On this show, we talk about deep spiritual and mystical experiences of people which we normally shy away talking about. We are more than our physical body. We are spiritual beings on a human journey, and we discuss how a soul exists on multiple dimensions. We discuss science, technology, and spirituality point of views and perspectives on this show. Our purpose is to open our minds to limitless possibilities and our hearts to love and shine the light within bright. Our guest today is Darshika Khatavkar. Darshika has completed her diploma in computers and she graduated engineering, that is BE in instrumentation. After that, she did her MBA in HR. She was working in an MNC in the corporate sector for 5 years. Later on, she was guided to heal people. So she learned quite a few modalities. And finally, it was her calling to do Akashic Records. So she's an astro consultant and an Akashic Records reader and a healer. Akashic Records have always fascinated me. Even though the word Akasha comes from Sanskrit, Akashic Records were actually propagated largely in the West by Edgar Casey in US. There is a mention of Akashic Records in Indian scriptures, but somewhere in the middle, this knowledge got lost because it was kept secret and it was not widely shared in India. Then it was made widely available in the Western countries. This episode is special because Darshika opened her Akashic records and kept them open throughout this interview to answer the questions. In this conversation, Darshika talked about what are Akashic records, where can we find references for Akashic records in our Indian scriptures, how she helps clients through Akashic records, her deepest spiritual experiences with ascended masters, miraculous experiences of her client, how she has traveled to higher realms, how to protect ourselves from dark entities, about ascension, about intergalactic dynamics, and predictions for India for the next decade. So, a lot was covered in this episode. I enjoyed this conversation thoroughly. I hope you enjoy it too. We have with us today Darshika Khatavkar, who is an Akashic Records reader and healer. And today's interview is special because she is going to keep the records open and access them and answer all the questions through that. So, a very warm welcome, Darshika. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you. I have already opened my records to start this session. So all my masters, teachers, and loved ones are there with me to answer all your questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. How did your spiritual journey start, and especially the Akashic Records portion?
Actually, my spiritual journey started right from my childhood, but I never gave attention to that part. But in 2014, I lost my mom. So I felt very lonely, and there was no one in my life who could hold my hand. So after that, I started exploring courses which would help me to connect to my mother. So finally, I landed up with a course that is life after death and achieving oneness with higher soul. That is related to pranic healing. So I did first level of pranic healing, then I went to the last course because I thought that through that I will connect to my mother. So that is when I started my spiritual journey, and from that day I have been learning so many modalities. Then I came with Reiki, and from there I went to another modality called as angel healing. Then I landed up finally in Akashic. So now I am an Akashic reader.
Okay, so were you able to connect with your mom through Akashic Records?
Yes, yes, 100%. Actually, I used to connect to my mom before also, without learning Akashic also. I used to just call her and ask her "Ki, why I'm going through this phase, what should I take steps, please guide me." And she used to daily come and sit on my bed near to me, and she used to guide me that now you have to do this, now you have to do that. So before Akashic reading I was talking to my mom, but after Akashic reading now I can talk to many souls.
Okay, okay, very interesting. What has been your deepest spiritual experience?
There are many deepest spiritual experiences.
Can you tell us a few?
I will like to share the one which is latest. Okay, so last month I went to Kedarnath and Badrinath, and there we didn't get any helicopter tickets, so we decided, okay, let's go and see what happens. And I prayed to my masters, and I told my teachers, masters, that your this daughter cannot climb Kedarnath, so you have to do some miracles. So our helicopter tickets were arranged by them, and we went there. But at that point, the people denied and said, "We will not take cash money. We will take GPay." So we did GPay to them, and then we had cash with us. Okay, and we were very happy, excited that we were going to sit in helicopter for the first time and all. And then when we reached Kedarnath, we came to know that all our money is gone from our purse. Okay, so my money was stolen, and at the same time I was happy that I was seeing Kedarnath temple in front of me, but at the back end I had lost so much amount of money. The amount was not very less, it was 25,000 that we had lost. So but I prayed God ki, okay, we are here, we'll take darshan, we'll do all the rituals. And then next day when we started to move downwards, and so my friend said that everyone is having different experiences of Kedarnath. So what we are going to tell when we go back to our home? So I told, what else? I just saw at the temple, and I said, we will tell that we came to Kedarnath and we were robbed, and we had a very bad experience. And that time I told Kedarnath Baba, to that Shankarji, I told that all the way I have come to you, and through which situations I have gone and I have come here, and now you have taken our 25,000. So if you really exist here, we should get our money back in cash. Okay, and I just prayed him, and I said that if this miracle happens, I will say that yes, you are there. And we again sat in helicopter, we came down, and then I talked to that owner of the helicopter, I told him whatever had happened, and to my shock he returned all my money. So this is a great experience. In this age we are getting 25,000 cash again. which is next to impossible. So I got. So this is my latest experience, and every day to day life I get many experiences.
Can
The
you share some experience where you accessed Akashic Record and you saw some other dimensions, some other realms, or something very different out of this world?
Yes, actually, when I am into Akashic Records, many of my clients visited. So, like I have experience, like before going to Kedarnath, I opened my records. So I had virtually visited the place before. So I could guide my friends that on left side this temple will be there, on right side this temple will be there. So through Akashic Records, I had already visited Kedarnath. So this is one experience, and second experience is whenever I do recordings for my clients, I do visit their places, like their houses, and then I tell them that this furniture is of this color. Have you kept this thing over there? So these are many and I have even experienced the one of my client was there, and that client had lost his son actually, and his son was 23, 24 years, and that client never told me that she has lost her son, and we started our Akashic Records, okay, and her son came and sat in front of me, and he showed me the whole vision, how he had met with an accident. So I have visited that place. Then I told her that this was the scene, this is how your son had met with an accident, and she that then she got many more points, and she visited that place again. So that was again through Akashic. And one of my friend also lost her son, and her son had went to Leh Ladakh for trekking, and his birthday was there, and she was telling him, don't go this time, go next year, but he didn't never listen to her, and he went. So there how he died, the whole story was narrated through Akashic to her. And then she got many clues. Actually, one of his friend has pushed him out of arguments, means his friend never intended to kill him, but out of argument he pushed him. And Leh Ladakh roads are very risky, so that is how he met with an accident. And this all information we got through Akashic Records, and then when it was verified and checked, this information was true. Later on his friend admitted also. So this is how we explore many things through Akashic.
For our viewers, we need to explain what are exactly Akashic Records. And what I understand is that it's a universal library, and it's not somewhere in space time. It's outside of space time, and everything is recorded there. And from my understanding, Edgar Casey from Western world, from the US, propagated it a lot. So it is more popular in the US and the Western world as against in India. But there are some references in our scriptures, either Vedas, Upanishads, or Puranas. So can you talk a little bit about what are Akashic Records, and is this like the same like Chitragupta writes, or is this something else?
Yes, it's similar to the thing that you said, Chitragupta in our Hindu culture or in India. And this whole study, even though it was discovered in US, basically it was in India also. So we have in India Nadi Patti Shastra, okay, and they have written all the things that are going to occur in our life in their own language. Okay, so that is why we are not able to read that, and they passed on this knowledge to their next generation and in their own language. So we were not, common man was not able to access that, but due to Edgar Casey's work, we people now, we as a common man can access our Akashic records. So Akashic Records is basically a library wherein each and every information of every soul is stored over there. So we can say that say as Akashic Records because we can say information is piled up over there. So it is usually on sixth realm of Akasha. Okay. So on sixth realm of Akasha, all information is stored about every soul, and there is a procedure that we say some prayer, and then we can travel to that sixth realm, and then we can go and find out the records related to that particular soul. So that is how we travel, and all information is given in that records. So through Akashic Records, what we can do is it is. more to work on our spiritual good instead of taking it as a astrological base. Means in India we go to some fortune teller or horoscope reader ki what will happen next in my life. So instead of doing that, Akashic reading is to grow spiritually. We have to use it to enhance our life, like whatever mistakes we did in our past lives, that should be eliminated, and we should attain oneness with the higher soul. That is main purpose of Akashic reading. That is what I have understood, and I implement in the same way. So whatever mistakes we have done in past life, that can be rectified in this life by small remedies, and the remedies are not too expensive. The remedies are like, we ask forgiveness, we say forgiveness prayer, okay, we let go, we forgive people, and there are many changes that we need to bring in our life, and small changes. Then another thing is, we have to respect ourselves also. That also is taught in Akashic, because many a times we curse ourselves only, because of me this is happening, I am not good. So this is not in Akashic. In Akashic, each and every soul is loved and respected by their masters, teachers, and lovers. For them, no one is criminal, no one is saint, so everyone is at same level, and according to that they give us remedies. So I really love Akashic reading.
Somewhere you had talked about reference of Akashic Records in Ganesh Puranas. So can you talk about it a little?
Yes, actually, Akashic reading is what we do is we explore our past lives. Like in past life, what mistakes we have done, and because of those mistakes, what we are facing in this life. So, basically, instead of saying this, we can also sum it as there are many lessons when we take birth on earth. So we are like God wants us to learn many lessons in our life. Like just we do our graduation, we have syllabus. In the same way, to attain a pure innocent soul, there are so many lessons that a soul has to go through, right? So Akashic reading is nothing but getting purer soul at the end of the life. So obviously, in Akashic Records, we come to know about our past lives, whatever we have done in our past lives, how that is reflecting in our present life, and how it should be cured. Okay. So, these all references we have found in our own culture also. If we read Ganesh Puran as a story format, you will come to know that whenever, like Lord Ganesha is one of the rishi is telling his disciple that how he has done some wrong things in past life, and now how he has to come out of those wrong things. So in the whole book you will see that we are speaking about our past life. So this is nothing but Akashic reading, but we never gave it a special name, and we didn't come to know that this is also a special knowledge that we should gain. So Ganesh Puran and many more stories that we have, like I don't know, but Gajanan Vijay is one more granth of Gajanan Maharaj. So in that also he is telling that in past, in one of the stories, he is saying that one guy called as Bhaskar, dog attacked him, Bhaskar. So he was like, "Ki, now I don't want to live, I want to." So he said, Ki, it's okay, but in past life you had harassed that dog. So in this life, that dog is coming to you. So again, this is nothing but Akashic records. So whenever we do or come across some event in this life, there are 90% chances that something wrong we have done in our past life, and that is what we are clearing our karmas. So this is how Akashic helps.
Okay. What is the difference between then past life therapy or regression and Akashic Records?
Actually, I have never done past life regression. Okay, PLR. I have just heard about it. But many of my clients have done PLR. So, in past life regression, the client himself or herself travels in their past life, and they find it out what they have done in their past life. But in Akashic reading, the difference is, in Akashic reading, I travel for my clients, and we get remedies in Akashic reading, where in PLR, I don't think we get reading. I haven't done PLR.
So essentially, do you have to do astral travel to get into Akashic Records, or you can just through meditation access? What is the way in which we can access?
No, both ways are done. Like we can do astral travel also. to do our Akashic records. When the healing needs to be more intense, then we sometimes need to go through astral travel, or through meditation, simple procedure we can access. That's what.
And you talked about past lives. What I understand, and this is a recent discussion, that there is no such thing as past and future, because as we move into higher dimension, everything is happening in parallel. All our lives are like, whether it's future, past, whatever it is, they are parallel lives, and we kind of project our consciousness into different lifetimes to expand our consciousness and learn our lessons. So, can we access any future timelines in Akashic?
Actually, future timelines are guided in Akashic records, but masters, teachers, and loved ones, these three are there who are guiding us in our Akashic records. So basically, they never force their um, client or candidate to do special thing. Okay, they just guide you that if you go on the right path, you will occur such and such events. If you go on the left path, you will occur such and such event. So it is our soul's decision which path to take. So the path which we take, accordingly, your records will also change. So, like for example, when I'm taking birth, I'm like I have to learn 15 lessons, for example, okay, and now I am on my 10th lesson. So if I go left side, I will learn my 10th lesson. If I go right side, I will directly go to 14th lesson. So they will just tell you, they will guide you. In next future, you have to do like this, but it's again your soul's choice that whether you have to go left or right.
Okay. Okay. Can we connect with our higher self through Akashic Records?
Yes, 100%. 100%. I have connected to myself, to my Akashic records, and I have asked my own soul ki what actually I want to achieve in this life. And but the thing is, whenever we get answers, okay, that will never please you. Many a times it may happen that the answers that you get from your higher soul will not be the answers which you are expecting. So maybe there is some clash and you will say, no, no, I want to enjoy my life. And but the higher self is saying, no, you have to move out of this materialistic needs and you have to achieve your higher oneness. So this happens. We can connect to our higher self. I have connected myself.
Okay. Okay. Have you experienced, or have your clients experienced? Can you share these kind of experiences where um, you have accessed higher vibration timeline, where you know that, okay, this for each lifetime, if you make certain choices which are aligned with your higher self, then those are higher vibration timelines. So you have accessed that, and it has miraculously changed something in either your life or your client's life.
Actually, such things I haven't experienced yet. Okay. But there are many clients who have come to me just to ask, like, what is my soul purpose? And masters do guide them. This is your soul purpose. And one or two clients didn't get their answer. So they were not too happy. So then I asked my masters, why didn't you give them answers? So they were like, their soul was not ready to listen to. So in my case, I have done this. I was also told by my masters that you are here to give love. Okay. But being a human being, and I too have some materialistic needs. So this is very kiddish actually, being into a spiritual world. But 2, 3 years ago, I was also having a kiddish nature that I want this, I want that, everything. But then I was guided by my masters. I'm here to heal people. So then I asked them that how do I heal people when I am not getting love? So first I should get love, then is that is when I will heal others. So I was guided by masters that when I will achieve a stage where I don't expect anything from anyone, so that is how I will be at higher dimension and my vibrations will increase, and a day will come wherein whatever I would like I will get. But for that, first I have to be on donor side, not on receiving side. Okay. So I have made many changes in my life, and I am experiences positive changes.
When we check the Akashic records, I understand that we can see also before our birth why we came into this lifetime. So Can you give us example where you have checked as to why a person came into this life and why he or she chose certain parents or something like that?
There is one story which I have read in our own Hindu books, so I would like to share that story. There were two ladies, okay, and one was very much dedicated to her husband and very much, she was believer of God, and she used to do all the things that used to please her family. And another lady was a prostitute, okay. So they both used to stay in front of each other, and this lady used to worship God daily, thinking that when I will die, I will go to some higher realm and I will get moksha, okay. But this lady who was prostitute, she never believed in God. It was true because she didn't get good life. Okay, so she used to worship that lady who used to take care of her family, and she had a bedridden husband. So daily she used to take care of her husband and all that. So when they both died, they went in the sixth realm, and then they realized the prostitute was on higher realm and that lady was on lower realm. So she asked God that why this happened. The whole life I have been serving my family and doing all these things, and she was so bad lady, and she used to sleep with each and every other new person, and then she's got a good realm and I have got a down realm. Why this happened? So she was being answered that whenever she used to see that lady with another husband, she used to feel today is so nice guy is with her and I'm not getting the love she is getting because her husband was bedridden, okay. So daily she used to virtually go in their life, experience that man. Okay. So in a way that is also a sin. You're cheating your husband. Here you're showing that I'm with you and virtually you are with someone else. But the lady who was prostitute, she had no choice. She had chosen her life to live in that way to clear her karma. So whatever work she used to do with faith. Okay. And then at the end of the day, she used to worship this lady because she was so committed. She never left her family and all. So her life was simple. So then the God answered that you did two sins. You were cheating your husband. At the same time, when you were having husband, you were thinking of someone else. Okay. So this is how our life changes. Maybe she had come to clear her karma by serving her family. And instead of doing that, she was busy in some other task. So instead of going on a higher realm, she landed up on lower realm. Similar type of story, there is one more story I would like to tell. There was one king who used to do donations every now and then. He used to feed people, many people he used to feed. And there was one boy, and he was from a very poor family, but he used to take care of his parents. And his father used to drink alcohol, beat his mother. He used to protect his mother. So they both died. And again, the child who was poor was on higher realm, and the king was on roll. So he asked God, why this? The whole life I am doing charity and all that, and what I am getting roll lower realm. So this is not done. So then again, God answered him. You had money, so you were giving money. Okay, you never did anything for anyone going out of track. But this person would have left his parents because they were not too good, and he would have moved to some other family and lived a better life. But what he did, these are my parents, so however they are, I have to accept. So he did, and because of that, he is on higher realm and you are on. So he says that okay, I will also opt for a life like this poor child and I will take birth. So again he comes on the earth. He goes into a poor family, but when we come on the earth, till the time we are not able to speak, we remember everything. Okay. But the moment we start talking, our past life is erased by universe. Okay. Otherwise we will not do karma in this life. We will just focus on past life and we will not go ahead. So when he grew up, he also had an alcoholic father. The king also had an alcoholic father in next life. But what he did, he also gave bad words to his father. He didn't treat good to his mother. he used to threaten them. So when he died again, he went to God and said, see, I have done all these sufferings this life, now you grant me some higher realm. So then the God shows what you had committed. I will go in the same family, I will go through all these things, but I will just do my karma, I will keep my deeds clear. But you didn't do that. You means you have humiliated your parents and you don't have any right to disrespect your parents. So instead of going on higher level, he again landed up to more downwards, like. So this is how our karma affects. So I would always like to tell people that whatever the situation is, we have to accept it, and we have to be the best in that situation. Means doing, we should not do wrong to anyone, and we should see to it that all whatever we are doing, that is for the good of other person, instead of harming and reacting. It's better that we should focus on our karma and we should keep our character clean. So that is what I learned from these stories.
Okay. Okay.
But
So,
yes, if you say that how it is correlating, I have many clients in my life. Like when I read their Akashic records, I come to know that in past life they have murdered someone. Means there was a client of mine, and in this life he was too good, okay. But then eventually he landed up in some bad company, and then he had a severe stomach pain, okay, and he was admitted to hospital. So I did his Akashic reading. In past life, he had murdered one person, and that person was his business partner in this life, okay. Now the knife he used, he murdered that person, same portion of his stomach was damaged in this life, and he died because of that. So this is how karmas do come in our life.
yeah, we all have to work our karmas in each lifetime. But at the same time, when we realize that, okay, we've learned our lesson, and there are soul contracts that we have, and we work our karmas with other souls based on these soul contracts. If we realize that, okay, we've learned our lesson, can we go in Akashic Records and change our soul contracts?
Yes, 100% we can change our soul contracts. Firstly, the law is when we have already learned the lesson, the masters, teachers, and loved ones, they will see to it that same situation will never occur in your life because you have already learned that lesson. So the people who are attached to those situations will move out of your life. And then again, that bad patch or that part will never come in your life as you have already learned that lesson. Okay, but there are many times clients in my life who are not able to learn less. Okay, and again they are going into vicious cycle. So at that time, what we can do is we can always pray to higher ones, masters, universe, that last 20 years or maybe 25 years, I'm going through same phase. So I'm not able to learn this lesson. Either you change my teachers or else give me some other lessons. This lesson, remaining part, I will learn in my next. And when you say this prayer to universe, you will come to know that those typical events or those people who are creating nuisance in our life will go out of our life. So this has happened. Yes, I have experienced this. So either we can call upon universe and say that I am not able to learn this lesson. So maybe the teachers that are given to me are not able to teach me, or I am not able to learn them. So either change my teachers or else change my lesson.
Okay. You talked about Akashic Records being in the sixth realm, and as per Indian scriptures, there are seven realms, and the last one being Satyaloka. In some scriptures, like Dasbodh, they say that there are seven more realms above these seven realms, and these realms are not exactly directly related to dimensions. What I understand is each realm may have multiple dimensions. From Akashic Record, can you learn how to go towards higher realms?
Yes, we can, because after Akashic record learning, we have one more modality called as Markaba. So when we learn Merkaba, that is when we can travel to our higher dimensions. Our soul can leave our body and we can travel to higher dimensions. So I have traveled.
Okay,
I have learned
can you
Merkaba.
share that experience? So, in fact, in our last podcast itself, we discussed about the guests traveling in Merkaba, and we had discussed how it is a archangel Metatron, and it's a divine protection and sacred geometry. So, can you share your experience of traveling through Merkaba?
Yes, actually, when I learned Merkaba, I don't know how to express, but I am always in search of my soulmate. Okay, I am still in search of my soulmate, and I want to meet my soulmate. Or you can say someone who will not judge me and who will love me pure. Okay,
Okay.
so through Markaba, I traveled. I went to a place. It was very nice place. I could feel the atmosphere over there, and I was in one of the pyramids, White Pyramid. And in White Pyramid, when I entered, I saw my mother. Okay, my mother was waiting there for me, and she said, "Ki, finally you are here, and I wanted to meet you." And I said, "Ki, yes, I have come in search of my soulmate." So many souls I met over there. I had interaction there, and then there was one person, and the way I like to be treated by that person, he was kneeling down and he was looking at me, and he just gave me the hand and said that, "Oh fine, you are finally here, I was waiting for you so long." So I was so happy, as if I was with my soulmate. I could still feel him. And then I took promise from him that daily I will come and meet you over here. So that is from that time till today. Daily I travel, I meet him, I talk to him, and I come back.
Wow. And which realm is that?
Actually, I cannot tell the level of that ring,
Okay.
but I think so. It should be as a heaven only, because the people which I meet over there, they are so pure, and they are means full of love, compassion, and they are there to help us. So whatever I take my question, there are so many souls I meet over there. I have never seen those souls also in my life. As I said, I see my mother, I get happy. Okay, she's there. But then other souls I have never met before. But still they are there, they are welcoming, they talk to us, they solve our queries. So but yes, this experience I cannot share with anyone, because in this world people will not understand what I'm trying to tell them. So
Um, okay, actually, we share all these esoteric and mystical experiences on this podcast, especially so that we normalize those, because we are in the ascension and we are moving towards higher dimension. So yes, people have freely shared all these experiences. So whenever you are ready, you can share more. When you travel through these higher dimensions, there are entities and dark entities which want us to not travel or not progress on our spiritual path or not go to the higher vibration, and their agenda is to keep us in the lower astral realms and not go to the higher vibration. So have you experienced these kind of attacks where there is psychic attacks, black magic, agori, voodoo, and these are the dark entities and the dark energies? So if you've experienced them, can you share those experiences and how did you tackle them?
yes, actually I have experienced. So one of my client, she had come to me and she was going through health issues, many health issues she was going. So when I started her Akashi, I could feel some energy on my neck, and that energy was holding tight on my neck. So I had pain on my neck, and a time came when that energy told me that you are not going to give any remedy to her to come out of it, because I want to acquire her body and I have to complete my wishes. Okay. So then I asked that entity to please come in front of me and sit, and whatever was her expectations, tell me. So firstly, that entity was not ready to talk to me, and she was attacking me on my neck, and she was seeing that I could not talk, and I had that asthmatic attack also. I was not able to breathe properly. But yes, when I travel in Akashic Records, I am being protected by pillar of light meditation. So I am in a protective shield, and when I feel that I am unsafe, I do call my masters, teachers, and then by slowly, gradually convincing that entity, I called that entity and I told her ki, that this is not a good thing to do, and you should not use others' body. Okay. So then she agreed, and then I told her whatever she needed will be provided to her by that client, but she should not use the client's body. So that is how, but that session took long, for 4 to 5 hours. But then later, that entity only told me what she needed, and we wrote down everything. And then I told my client to slowly and gradually fulfill her wishes. But yes, we could definitely see the change within a week only. She was getting recovered, and the doctors were also shocked that so many years she was taking medicines and then she came out of it. So that was one. And another was, I visited someone's place. Okay. And in that house, one couple was staying. Couple means you cannot say couple. There was an old man, a lady, and a small child. Okay. And every night they used to come into that place, and they used to have food, and they used to take shelter. But now what happened? This lady wanted to sell that. So now they got into trouble, that if she sells, then where they will go. So, but this is not the way that they can take shelter, right, in that place. So at that time also, I communicated to those black entities, and I asked them to move ahead. So many a times, see, all the entities are not negative. That is what I think. There is some problem or some situation they have gone through, and that is why they have become or turned into black entities. No one is bad in this life. So if we talk to them politely, and we try to listen to them, what they actually want, we can turn them into positive entities. So these are the two experiences that I have taken.
Wow, it requires a lot of courage to
Yeah.
actually talk to them. And
But I like when these black entities get converted into positive, So I feel that something like 0.5% I have done to good. I'm there in their journey, so that they can take rebirth, they can move ahead. So they will eventually bless me. But yes, starting they don't listen. They attack. Sometimes they become vulnerable also.
Mm,
So that time I fall ill many a times.
mm, okay. When we talk about Akashic Records, and currently we are discussing everything related to Earth, but when we say Akashic Records, they are universal, not just Earth related. So there should be Akashic Records of other planets and other stars. And what I understand is that currently, because the Earth is moving into higher dimension, the entire universe is watching Earth, and there is a huge competition of like taking birth on Earth, even though Earth is known as the toughest planet, and Dolores Cannon has written a lot about all these things. So, what do you understand from Akashic Records about this intergalactic kind of dynamics?
Actually, now Mother Earth is very tired of having people on Earth. So even universe wants that all the souls should get incarnated, and they should not take birth on Earth. So they are providing those situations also to souls in various ways. Like we had a pandemic of Corona. So again, if we see through Akashic Records, so this was the platform given by the universe to many souls as a free will. Okay. So those souls who have left in Corona, they have chosen this path of free will, that I will move in Corona disease, I will leave my body. But those souls who have left will never take rebirth. So this is how universe is giving us chance to get out of it. So there are many more pandemics to come that we have to see. This was a trailer. Corona is a trailer, because universe is trying to have life on some other planet, because now Mother Earth doesn't want she, and universe is also trying that there should be souls on Earth which are not entangled in this rebirth cycle. So you will also observe that there is lot of autism nowadays. many children are autistic because they don't have past memory and they are supernatural beings, and we think that they are autistic or abnormal, but they are far more superior to us. They can see things which we cannot see. So this is how universe is trying to clear all the clutter from earth. So we are also in a clutter already, so we have to also get out of this clutter. So the records are being opened now. This actually this knowledge was very private and very few people knew, but then universe thought that it should be given more and more to people. Why? Because when we come to know what wrong things we have done in our past life, we can correct it in this life and we can achieve moksha. So for that, there is one path. Another, like pandemics, they have given, and many things you will see that there are so many, like floods are there, earthquakes are there, so many pandemics are there. So this is also a third way that universe is trying to tell us that now the earth wants to evolve and we have to leave the earth and take birth to some other planet. Or in Hindu culture, we can say that Kalyug is going to end. And Satyug is going to come. So when Satyug will come, all those pure souls will come who will not have any past.
What is the role of artificial intelligence in this ascension process?
Artificial intelligence is just a virtual, world that we are creating for ourselves. So I can say you just open your records, and that is also related to artificial intelligence only, because you will see all those things which you want to see, or you may create the world that you are making through artificial intelligence through Akashic Records also. So you can create that world also. So a day will come. I think so. Matrix picture is related to this.
Yeah. Matrix is, it's related to how this entire world
Yes.
itself is a virtual
Maya.
world. Yeah.
Yes, it's a
It's-
virtual world. It's Maya, and we are just here to. And original our souls are somewhere else, and we just come here and do our karmas and move on. So that is shown in Matrix, I think.
Okay, so because there are a lot of theories that once the artificial intelligence comes, it will dominate the human kind, and then humans will be slaves to AI. This is one perspective. Another perspective is that no, AI will be AI and it will be beneficial for mankind. So there are opposing views.
On this is the AI we have created as a humans. We are the one who have created AI, right? So anything which will go in access is going to create trouble. So we as a human beings should also be aware that whenever you are using some technology, there should be some last limit, or you should border that thing so that it will not take hold of your life. So if we use AI properly, I don't think this will happen, because ultimately there is some superpower which is beyond AI. So according to me, I don't think that AI will take over humans. No, because there is some other power also. And after all, it is artificial intelligence. Again, we have created it. So we know how to destroy it.
Okay. So we are facing a lot of natural disasters, and like you talked about COVID, and you mentioned that the universe wants the pure souls to come here and end this chaos and clutter on earth, and uh, move earth into higher vibration. So what are the key lessons that the humanity should follow right now in order to move into higher dimension?
Actually, there are many lessons that we need to learn. So one of the lesson is never do wrong to anyone. If you are correct and you are following the true path, or you are honest to yourself, instead of being honest to anyone or to prove your honesty, firstly you should be honest to yourself. When you are doing wrong to someone, see, each and every one is a divine soul. Like you are also a divine soul, I am also a divine soul. We have that God instinct in you as well as me. Okay, so if you try to bring that instinct on surface, nothing will go wrong. I would just tell that whenever you are working for your higher good, see to it that you don't do anything wrong to anyone. Just try and find out your own road wherein you will go to higher things. And I definitely assure you that when you are not doing anything wrong to anyone, universe is always there to help you or hold your hand. So if you start from basic things, I don't think there will be any chaos in our life. Jealousy factor, we should eliminate it. Competition, we should eliminate it, because every person is different. So instead of keeping competition or jealousy, keep competition but in a healthy way. Jealousy, don't get jealous. See, if I'm seeing something in someone's house, I should be that, okay, I like that thing and I want to bring it in my life. So, what steps I should take to bring that instead of destroying that person or thinking bad about that person? I should focus on myself. So, if each and every soul will focus on her or himself, then I don't think that this chaos will take place. At the last, I would tell ki whatever you are being granted by universe, pay gratitude to. So if you pay gratitude, you will get more. And the simple rule is what you give will come back to you in ample. Okay. So if you give good, you are going to get good. But there are many people who think that I do so much good to many people and I am not treated good by universe. Everything bad happens to me and I'm always on the giving side. I don't get anything, but that is wrong actually. If everyone starts giving, then they will see the transformation in their life. And I have personally experienced this. So I will insist people that give good things, you will get good things.
Okay. Okay. When people are on this path of ascension and when they are raising their vibration, what signs can Akashic Records give, or how can they get guidance from Akashic Records on day-to-day basis? How can people access? What is the process? Is it like they have to go through somebody, or can we learn and get guidance on day-to-day basis?
Actually, we can learn Akashic Records. It's a very simple procedure. But the thing is, if you are learning something, then you have to practice it. The more you practice, the more you will get pro in Akashic reading. So, frankly speaking, my target is to at least teach 1,000 people,
Okay.
so that more thousand will be created. And instead of going here and there, if we learn Akashic and we sit in our own records, we get guidance to our masters, teachers, and loved ones. And they do guide that don't do this, go on this path. So, how to experience this? See, the thing is, God, or what we say, the supernatural power, they will never come in some physical form in front of you. The way you and I are talking, they will not come in front of you. They may come and talk, but that much faith you have to be. So they will show you some signs. Okay, so the signs will be like, if I'm in some dilemma, they will show me some numbers. Okay, they will, those numbers will tell me that yes, I'm on correct path, or I should, my decision is going to go wrong. So this is how they will guide. Or suddenly some person will come and I'm thinking something, and some person will come and that person will guide me. Are why you're going here? Instead of going here, go there. So this is how you will get guidance. Or else you will get some feathers, angel feathers, we say. So those will come. You may suddenly your intuitive power will grow, and then you will get intuitions that next thing this is going to happen. Or I will say, if you practice regularly, you can see every all the visuals you get. They do talk to you also. I'm talking daily to my masters, and I always keep them on work. Now I want this, I want that, and they do help me. So I have many experiences. If you would like, I will share.
Yes, please.
Yes. So like when I'm waiting for someone and I'm not able to connect him, then I pray to universe that please, and that person calls me. Okay. Another thing, if I'm waiting for a rickshaw and too long I'm waiting, then I realize why I'm waiting. I'm doing stupid thing. I should call upon Archangel Michael, and I call upon him, and a rickshaw wala will come and say where you want to go. So I will get a rickshaw. Yesterday also I wanted. I was looking for my remote, AC remote. Okay, because when I go into meditation in Akashic reading, I feel very hot. So I put on my AC and I was not finding that remote. So like kid, I told, see, if I don't get remote, I'll not do a appointment. And suddenly, from nowhere, that remote came in front of me. And it was really miracle for me. The whole place I had searched, but then I didn't get, and all of a sudden I got that remote. So I experienced it in day to day life, like every time I experience, even if there is some, like if I'm very much, afraid of something, I call upon Archangel Michael and the situation is resolved. So I get experiences, and I would appeal people learn Akashic Records and take their own experiences. It's really good.
Oh, who all ascended masters and who all higher beings you connect with regularly?
Actually, when I was doing my client, so one day I have met Swami Samut. Okay. And I didn't knew, she was new to me. That client was new to me. She came and sat in front of me, and we started our session. And she was an old lady. So she wanted to test me whether this is fake or is it true. So she sat in front of me and she said, I'm not going to tell you anything. You just open my records and find out whatever you can find it out. I said, okay. So then I started my reading, and I was also a bit, afraid. How come she is not telling me any question, and how am I going to find it out? So I started my session, and Swami Samat came and sat in front of me, and he was smiling, and I had goosebumps. Really, I'm seeing him, and so he said, yes, yes, I am only there, and I'm here to guide you. Because you are doing your job very good, so I'm here to guide you, and you tell her these all. So he was the one who was telling me about her. Otherwise, I was meeting that lady for the first time in my life. And then the way he used to talk, I used to tell her. Same words, same vocabulary. Okay. So that day I was too happy. And then after later, our record, she told me that she is a diehard follower of Swami Samant. Okay, so she was also happy and she left. So, but I was doing of Gajanan Maharaj. Okay, so I went downstairs and I was cooking, and then I was talking to myself. He came and he talked to that lady, and I'm also praying you from childhood, and you never come to me and talk to me. This is very wrong. Okay, I just told to him by looking at his photo, and then in the night I went to meditation. I went in meditation, and he came to me, and I could feel his hands on my head, and he said, okay, now I'm there in front of you. You can ask me whatever you want to ask. And I was like, oh, or because I would have asked something else, I would have got that. But then this is how so many people, even I have met Archangel Michael.
Okay.
I have seen him. I have experienced his touch. Okay. I have met Swami Samartha Gajanan Maharaj. Then I have seen Ma Kali also, because there is one more course called as Hunkara with Halim, wherein we connect with the goddess Kali and Baglamukhi. So I did that course, and I have met her also. I have experienced the energy of Mahakali. So I can like meet many people through Akashic.
Okay. Wow. Can you share some miraculous experience of your client with, of course, if you, whoever you have permission to share?
So I'll share one latest experience. One of my client, she's a student. She has gone abroad to study, and she is taking consultancy from me only. So we did her Akashic, and Akashic of her friend also. So when I was doing Akashic for her friend, I told her friend that you are going to get indulged in some legal problems. Okay, and that time he was like, "In auntie, how can I get into legal problems? There is nothing such going on." And I told him, okay, see what masters are saying, that is what I'm conveying. I'm just a mediator between you and last week only I got message from him. You told me within 3-4 months I'll get into some legal problem and I'm facing it. Then secondly, the client which I was talking about, that girl, she was having health issues. So while she started having that issue, she had rashes on her skin. Okay. And she was like, all of a sudden, rashes came on my body. So I explored. So I was shown that at night, 12 o'clock, she was passing from graveyard, and her car stopped as if someone was stopping the car. Actually, the road was plain, there was no one on the road. But suddenly, her car stopped. for a few minutes. And there was one man who came and talked to her. And after she reached home, she started having rashes. So that time, a soul had acquired her body. And it was true. Now, this story she never told me. It was shown in my Akashic. So I asked her that masters are showing that something has happened like this. Then she admitted, yes, this happened to me, and that is why. So afterwards, master gave her remedies, and now she's out of it. So this was one. Another experience that I had was there was a client who had lost her son, and that son was not able to accept that he has no body now. So I could see that sun sitting like that in front of me. And I was like, "Ki, why you are sitting like this? Talk to me." And he said that I met with an accident and I could see my body over there lying and no one was helping me. And he told me the time when he met with an accident and now he was not ready to accept that he is no more. So I had to convince that soul that, see, you have left the body, now you have to move to higher realm to take rebirth. So this was another experience, and this was also shocking to me as well as parents. And another, this is my own personal experience I would like to share. I am staying in a row house, and I used to always feel some energy in my house. Okay, I used to feel that someone is following me. So I did Akashic records of my own house. So I found out a lady who was staying on that land, and her husband had left her, and she didn't get to eat anything. Okay, so that time masters had guided me that that lady's soul is present in my house, and now she needs food. So I was guided by universe that I have to feed every day one lady or someone I have to feed. Through them, she will get energy. And that is how my house will get purified. So I have done this. This is my own experience. And from last, I think so, 5, 6 years, there is every day I am feeding someone in my house. And uh, I have experienced that there is not a single day that only my family is staying in my house. There is always someone else. Okay. Because what I prayed to my masters is, yeah, I'm ready to feed, but people should be ready to come and eat at my place, right? So I told my masters that you are the one who are going to make arrangement for all this, and I'll see to it that I will feed some. So last 6 years, there is not a single day that I haven't fed any in my house. So even my neighbors say, ki, "Arre, every day you are having someone in your house." So they are also like fed up. Ki, there is no one day that we are saying that guests are not there. Someone or the other is there at my place.
Oh, okay, very interesting. You mentioned that you did the Akashic records of your house. So can you then do the Akashic records of the countries also? And what are the predictions now? Because some of the channelers, astrologers, and readers, they are saying that this 2024 election, especially in the US, is going to change the entire dynamics for the entire world, not just for the US. And the economies are going to be different, the financial systems are going to be different, and everything is going to change. There are predictions that the states itself will be different. Right now, it's United States of America. So the states will be different, and money as we see it, the currency of each country, and then there are these rules and regulations where we need visa for each country. So what changes do you anticipate in the next 10 years?
Actually, related to other countries, we cannot do Akashic. Like, I cannot open the records of America, but yes, I can open the record of India and I can find it out what changes India will see. So, I had tried once. So, in near future, we are like present also situation is that in US we will see Indians are moved. So uh, I have seen in my own experience that India is going to be the on the first place. Like right now we are saying that we are always talking about America and dollars are at higher rate. So in like coming 3 to 4 years, India will be on the top level. That was shown to me. in Akashic. But then again, if you correlate with our Vedas, Purans, and so you will come to know that our culture will be the last culture that will prevail on earth.
Huh. Okay.
Because there are so many things in India, spiritual things, and later on, Indian culture will be acquired all over the world.
Wow.
So this is the prediction not given by me. It is given by many saints and many people. But as we are seeing the change, like in Corona, after Corona, all foreigners have now started doing namaste.
Yeah.
Instead of doing hello. So this was our own culture, okay, which we didn't realize, but now people are. And if you see that even foreign countries are very much interested in worshipping Lord Krishna. Have you experienced it? Nowadays, we see that Lord Krishna is getting famous in many countries. So sometimes I feel whatever our saints have said, that will come true. That Indian culture will take over.
Yeah, Lord Ganesha is also
Yes, yes.
worshipped at many places already, and Shiva is also.
Shiva and Krishna, they both are worshipped because they both are Aradhya of each other.
Correct. And Devi also.
Yes.
Because now there is a.
Actually, this year, no, end of Kali will be done by Mahakali. So the name is Kali.
Okay.
Kali Ka Yug. So if you see in Kali, women are more, having power. If you see, there is a change or shift in society. Nowadays, women are powerful than men. They can do absolutely anything. Okay. Now, in previous, like in our ancestral age, we see that women used to sit home, they used to cook, and they used to never get exposed to outside world. But today, the thing is totally opposite. Men are sitting home many a times, and women are earning, and they're taking care of family as well as outside. So Kalyug means Kali Ka Yug.
Okay, but as we are moving into the golden age or Satyayug, there is a prediction or uh, there are discussions around the feminine rising more, and the Shakti or the feminine rising and taking over the entire governance.
Correct.
Right now, it's entirely male dominated, majority of it, whether it's corporates, governments, or businesses. Everywhere right now, it's majorly male dominated. Now, the discussion and the predictions are that it is going to be more feminine oriented and feminine run. So,
Yeah, that is what I told you. Because in end of Kalyug, Ma Kali will come and she will help Shakti to take over all this. So feminine thing will enhance.
okay. Can you tell from Akashic Records guidance for this channel and this podcast?
Actually, this channel will be very, like, it will go to the bigger side, because in this channel, what masters are saying is you have to bring focus of people on spirituality. So you try to bring more focus on spirituality. You are here to convince people that yes, there is some other world which is on higher realm. So if you work on this path, definitely this podcast will get more publicity. Publicity in sense you will heal many of people through this podcast, and it will serve humanity. So that is what your masters are guiding.
Okay, my son crossed over in 2020, and he also guides me in this journey. And of course, my guides and ascended masters are guiding me in this journey. So yes, the purpose of this podcast and a talk show is to bring awareness about spirituality in general people, and that we are more than our human body, physical body. We are multidimensional soul. Yes.
So I think so. Even your son wants you to spread this, and what I can see is your son will help you to have, more awareness in people about we are much more than a physical body and how we should interact. And maybe you will help many people to know the fact that we are not just a physical body or not just a Darshika or Akanksha. We are much more than this, and we are here to spread spirituality and make people aware that by doing good deeds we can progress. So 100% he will guide you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There are certain predictions that aliens are going to come here and humans are going to work along with aliens because they are far more progress, both spiritually as well as technologically.
The what I can say, autistic chill.
Okay.
People will start treating them as alien because, as I told you, they can see things which we cannot see. So even for many people, I am an alien. When I start talking, yeah, I can see hear this. I can hear. We imagine something else. For them, I am also an alien. So literally, I cannot say alien, but yes, the new generation or the future generation will act as alien.
Okay. Yeah, these are actually star seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I asked a few questions to all my guests, so I'll be asking you those questions. If you have to explain what is a multidimensional soul to a common person, how will you explain?
Multidimensional soul. Okay. So a soul which is here to help others, okay, who can tell people what actually humanity is. That soul should have good qualities in them. That soul should be very neutral. The soul should not get attached to any emotions or situations. You should be that soul should be a neutral soul, and wherever there is something wrong, that soul should be able to correct it, or wherever some things need to change, that soul should get easily adapted to that changes. So when you are there on earth, you cannot just put a goggle or something that this is my. So when you are working here in a physical body, you should think from all the levels, like what you are doing will not harm others. So that is when you will be in, called as multidimensional soul. That is what I think.
What is holistic well-being according to
Just focus on your life and don't think bad or don't do anything bad to others. Be in your own space, try to achieve whatever you want, because ultimately if you don't achieve what you need, you will again take a rebirth, but not at the cost of others. So see to it that your deeds, just by fasting or reading holy books, you cannot be a holistic soul. Through your actions also you have to prove that, and you are here to spread love. That is, for me, holistic soul is a soul who is there to give love to others, love and kindness.
what is love according to you?
Love doesn't have any definition for me, because it is far, 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 you know, than putting it into a sentence. Love has many dimensions actually. For me, love is a deed which you do for someone without any expectations. That is what I call love. That if I love you, I don't expect anything from you, that Akanksha should love me or she should gift me or she should be available for me. No, I'm just here to love you, and that is love for me. And I will always keep you in my prayers. That is what love for me it is.
Beautiful. What is self-love?
Self love is something that you have to accept yourself the way you are. If you're not beautiful, accept it, but you are God's child and He loves you the way you are. Okay. So when you try to accept what you are, that is what I called as self love. So don't change yourself for anyone. Be the way you are, because that will be the form which even universe will like, the purest form. But if I try to please someone, I will try to change myself, and the time when I will change myself, then I cannot be original one. So I cannot give my fullest in that deed or anything what am I doing. So it is better that we should be the way we are.
What is the ultimate purpose of life according to you?
To be happy
Okay.
and self-contented, and I want to spread love. Means actually, according to me, I used to always think from my childhood, I have seen that many people are there, nowadays we see that people don't have faith on each other, right? So whenever if someone is doing good to someone, then the first thing that they will think, Are, why she is doing something good for me? Does she need anything from me, or she is expecting something from me? So I want to change this mentality in people. So it is not always that due to some reason or some cause we are doing good. We should be always good to others. That is what I wanted to spread, and I follow the same thing in my life. Many a times I get hurt also, but still I have not yet lost my faith in doing good and spreading love. So I like, because when I feel that I am connected to a person, I love him without any expectation. I don't even ask him for his time, money, gifts, nothing. I feel I'm missing that person. I call that person, I talk to him, I send him gifts, finish. That is what love for me. And I will share my experience when I do this thing to anyone. Universe is giving me in amples. So even if I love a particular person and I'm not getting love from that person, but at the same time, four other people are loving me unconditionally. So that is the reward that is given to me by universe. And when I opened my records, even masters told me that I'm here to spread love. So I was happy. I'm on right path.
What is your parting message for the audience?
I would like to tell the audience that instead of keeping faith on any person, try to keep faith on universe and yourself. If I keep faith on me, yes, Darshika, you can do this, I can do this. And after that, I have to keep faith on universe. So that if I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm not harming anyone, then universe is going to make me favorable conditions to achieve my goals. Instead of going here and there asking what should I do, when you are worshipping universal energies every day, I don't think a time will come to you that you have to go to some astrologer and ask what I should do, because you're already, your hand is holded by the universe. Because when days are good, you're worshipping universe. When days are, so when the days are good, if I'm calling upon God, why bad days will come? No, please keep faith on universal powers and manifestation powers. You will achieve whatever you want in your life, provided you don't harm anyone.
And how can people connect with you? How can they contact you?
So I have mentioned my email ID.
So
that
we'll
you
mention it in the video
Yes, sure.
description. It has been lovely having you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching and listening in wherever you are in the world. As Ramdas says, that we all are just walking each other home. So thank you for co-creating the new earth along with me and our guests. And if you resonate with me, do subscribe to my channel and do let us know how you find our episodes. Thank you so much. Lots of love.